Hey everybody, what's up? Circus here coming at you with this week's Power Rankings video. It's going to be an exciting one, I'm sure. In case you're new to the series, what we do here is we track decks as they perform in tournaments throughout the week and we see how they do, and then we assign them points and then we rank them based on how they finish. All right. So if a deck gets a first place finish, it's going to get 6 points. A second place finish is 4 points. A top four is 2 points, and a top eight is a single point. Now, all the tournaments that we track, they have to generally be kind of the same, so that way we can compare the results. So we need them to be rounds of Swiss into a top cut. They can have a single deck format with a 7 card side, and they can side in a skill. Okay, so the tournaments that met those requirements this week, there were quite a few of them, 10 of them actually. The Battle Phase series, the Meta series, and then the Giraffe and Dual World.
What
Oh, I
the
forgot the full name. It's really long, but it's basically an invitational that they're doing between the two organizations. So,
heck? All right.
yeah. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. So, a lot of them. So, Kamel, what do you think about all that? There's a lot going on there.
I'm glad our sample size has once again grown to, such a big size. It's nice. The new
Yes.
meta.
All right. So, I don't even know what to say, buddy. I mean, you want to get into this? I mean,
New meta, whoop whoop! New meta, whoop whoop!
is
This is
it
what we
is
waited for.
yeah,
Whoop whoop!
okay. I'm just gonna oh God, okay. And here we go. Here's the scores on the
That's what I'm
screen.
talking about, baby. Woo! That's what I'm talking
What
about.
deck do you think won by 35 points?
Come on, baby. We all know what deck did it. There's only one deck that can do it. There's only one deck that people know.
Invoked Neos?
Desperado, baby. Woo woo!
That's right, Desperado by 35 points. I think that's the largest
Oh
margin
my
of
god.
victory like ever in the power rankings. This
And
is just top.
shame on the battle phase community. They didn't catch on to Invoke Neos fast enough.
Yeah.
They,
Uh,
they got left in the dust this week
and
as
this
it
is
went
just the
against
first
Neos.
page. There's actually like 24 decks or something this month or this week. So we'll do the second page of decks here in a second. I
Oh,
mean,
you did do the second page.
yeah, just give me a second here. Yeah, there's just a ton this week. So, the meta's still in flux. Definitely still in flux. And here's the rest of it. Um, Once you get near the bottom, obviously you start getting into people that just maybe did one top eight or a couple, but
Mhm.
magnets, weather painters, invoke roids, Cristrons. Poor Cristrons. Look at that. 2 points. They're
Terrible.
down there with Evil Eye and Goki, for Christ's sake.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
I know. So why don't we just get right into it and talk about Desperado? This is the deck everybody loves to hate right now. Look at all those finishes. Absolutely ridiculous.
That is 4 tournament wins on the week, and that is because that this is the first deck that people are like, "Oh, Desperado's good." Okay, so
Yep, I'm gonna
and then
play
that's
that.
it.
Yep.
That's it. That's the end of the sentence. Okay, and then they bring it in droves, and this is our largest peak in representation in a while, 140
Yeah.
since Shirin Nui with 11% representation.
Into
This
the
is
top
the
eight. Yeah, that's really good
yeah.
actually.
This is the first. Should I say the first like kind of feeling percentage we can get for Desperado as the leader in the new meta, as the
Yeah.
the leader representation wise. Anyway, in the new meta, of course, we saw later in the week that maybe it may not stay that way
Hmm.
for the coming weeks, but that definitely Desperado seems like it has everything at a glance. It's ease of use of Karma Cut makes it
Hmm.
super good. Super Team Buddy Force makes getting out any of your boss monsters insanely consistent, and just double Cup of A's we've seen over the course of the week is absolutely insane. No other deck can just draw two like that right now, except for like Gaga.
Now imagine this stat. I was talking with Herf about it earlier today. So there's 10 tournaments, right? And each
Mm-hmm.
tournament has a top eight. Okay, so that means there's 80 possible top eight spots throughout the week that you can occupy. Um, Desperado did 18 of those 80, so that's like 23% of top eight placements this
Yeah,
past week.
it's absolutely nuts that how I think that it was probably the most accessible first answer we've had in a while for a new meta. Desperado, of course, just through structure decks that many people already had. Structure decks were very popular back then, around the time that it came out.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that many people have it as the first thing the first thing that they defaulted to.
I mean, think about that. A quarter of all the top 8 slots in all the tournaments, just one deck. Just that's more than we,
Yeah.
we'd have to go back and look, but I don't think any decks even come close to
It's
that.
rivaling Shiranui, probably even surpassing how
I don't
much
think
of a
Shiranui ever won
oh,
by 35 points.
oh no, Shiranui definitely did not win by 35 points
4
ever.
tournament victories in 1 week is amazing. And they're
Hmm.
across battle phase events, the meta series events, and the giraffe dual world thing. So they were
Yeah,
clapping
four
it
tournament
everywhere.
wins, and that's like what? That's eight top eights.
Yeah, I mean, it's
The
crazy,
list
isn't
goes
it?
on so much.
They were just all over the place. I think in every tournament they had some kind of top 8 placement. So
Hmm.
congratulations to Grim Reaper though,
But
winning
yeah,
Battle Phase Monday.
and this is going to be the new standard for if your deck is going to make it. Like, can it withstand Desperado? Like being able to quick effect pop it in the battle phase. That's going to be a huge thing. Is your deck able to run the removal options to get rid of Desperado effectively? So, yeah,
Yeah.
looking forward. That's what you're going to have to do.
Well, and now we're just gonna go into the Rogue Deck roundup here. Second place, tied for second place is Blue Eyes.
Yeah,
Because
man. Look
let's
at that.
face it,
Such a
what else
drop.
is there? What else is
Such a
there?
drop. Look at that. Such a massive drop. Blue Eyes
I know.
getting a one tournament with
Yeah,
13 points, but restart way the week.
yeah, it's pretty bad. Um, I don't even know what to say. They tied because statistically, them and the next deck, who is it? Blackwings, had the exact same finishes: first, second, fourth, and eighth in tournaments. So they have a statistical tie. So there you go.
Yeah, I want to say that the other decks in the meta right now, they're just nothing else has swooped in and proven to be as stable as Desperado has. Over the influx of the new cards we've gotten since we got Noble Knight, since we got the new box, Desperado has been good since the implementation of the ban list till now. So that's what people are sticking with. Blue Eyes was looking to be something at the beginning, but definitely fell off very quickly because it just was not consistent enough. But Restart, it does pick up a win on the week with 3 cards of consonants and using the ancient rules build that's become really popular recently.
And honestly, if I known this was Ristar's build and that he had won, I would have just taken the second place winner or second place finisher of BPEU and put their deck up there. No offense, Ristar. No, he's
Oh
a
man,
friend of
we
ours,
know
you
what's
guys. He's one of our mods.
yeah.
He's a good friend. But yeah, look at that top 8 conversion rate, 5%. This is what it's like when you have such a dominant deck like Desperado in the meta. So moving on, Blackwings also tied for second place. 13 points, also exact same finishes. So, um,
Yeah,
I,
Blackwings, another deck that while it was proving to be pretty dominant, just
mhm.
it's consistently pales in comparison to what Desperado is. Blackwings, we did at the end of last week, we did see it to start to break in the later stages of tournaments and now finish off as strong. We definitely saw that this week. Overall, its participation was way down. People losing faith as it people losing faith in it as an OTK deck, and OTK decks as a whole. Coming to
Right.
think of it, it's really strange how OTK decks were shaping up to be the new meta, and then it was like, oh, we just play control. We just keep playing Shiranui, baby. Yeah, we flip coins.
Oh my
Let's
God,
just
the
do
coin
that.
flippy.
That's all. And then they just realized they could do that. But
Yeah.
Blackwings still very powerful. Probably one of the better OTK decks still, but just pales in comparison to how consistent Desperado is at the moment.
Well, when you go from like 18 top 8s to 4, I mean,
Mhm.
it's such a drop, but I don't even know what to say. It's Blackwings. They've been around forever. They do what they do. They come and they go, right? Sometimes
For
Blackwings are
sure.
on the list, sometimes they're not. The next deck though is a deck that took everybody by surprise in the MCS with
And that
our
is
boy Epic Shao's winning with Invoked Neos.
bum bum bum. The
Yeah.
return of Invoked Neos to the power rankings is here.
Yeah.
And guys, this is what you're gonna have to look out for beside
Desperado.
Desperado.
Yeah.
Invoked Neos during the later stages of this week has proven to be one of the big contenders, one of the best users of Karma Cut, and probably challenging how consistent Desperado is. Invoked Neos was already a hyper consistent deck, but of course, we got the hits to the Invoked engine. But now the deck kind of thrives in a new way. It really does thrive as a control deck now, just doing anything to live until you can see your effective traps and stop your opponent. And by then, you're able to fire reload. Hopefully, you see your invoked engine.
Yeah, Shao's. We did an interview with Shao's, and he was just he was surprised. Didn't he say when he went into that MCS, it was the first time he played the deck?
Yeah,
Like
first time he
he,
played the deck, he played it three. He decided to play it 3 hours before the tournament. He said.
yeah. So obviously, it's a very accessible deck, and it's easy to do well with. So I bet we're gonna see this probably in second place this next week. What do you think?
Yeah, second place. I will. I do think that a lot of people definitely have it. Invoke Neos was not popular. It wasn't at the top for very many weeks in a row when
Hmm.
it was very popular. It is more expensive than a deck like Desperado, so I do think it'll be performing well, but maybe it will definitely struggle in representation for sure. But 10% with 40 decks is very good.
Right. Well, I think they stormed into the MCS. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
nobody was expecting it, and it just out of nowhere. Even Shao's can't even explain why so many people started playing the deck all of a sudden. Like near the end of the week, it seemed like the first
Mhm.
like 3 or 4 tournaments in the week, no one was playing, and then all of a sudden it just started building up steam. So I don't know if somebody figured out the secret spice and it started to spread around the community a little bit. Would be my guess.
Yeah, it was very strange. I would like to say that it was because they wanted to start testing stuff very close to the MCS,
Right,
but
and they wanted to hang on to it maybe to
mhm,
go into the MCS with.
right.
So
But hey, it worked out for Shao, so look out for Invoke Neos in the coming weeks.
yeah. All right, next one is I'm kind of surprised this deck is still around, and I was surprised it did well enough to make it into the top five this week, and that's Ritual Beast of all decks. It tied with Invoke Neos, but obviously Invoke Neos just had a better placements this week with obviously a win in the MCS, whereas Ritual Beast didn't get a first place finish in anything.
Yeah, Ritual Beast is another one of those decks like Blue Eyes that was ridiculously popular right after the ban list, but has since fallen off drastically. And I just
Hmm.
don't think that the deck excels in anywhere at the moment. It's just kind of a control deck that survives. And right now, I think you need to be able to do a little bit more. You do have access to plays that are able to disrupt your opponent quite a bit, like, being able to double pedal fin and stuff like Fiendish Chain and stall them on ulti pedal fin. But that's just not good enough. Like, it's not as good as Karma Cut and being able to recycle the cards that you discard and things like that. Continuously stop them on every turn from Z summoning and fusion summoning. So I think that's what they're lacking as a control deck. The other control decks just do a lot more right away, I feel.
Yeah, they don't play Karma Cut very well, and then we're actually seeing three Fiendish Chain in this deck. That is very unusual.
Yeah, I feel like people were playing Ambush, which you also see in this deck, so they could incorporate Karma Cut more effectively.
Right,
But this deck is not playing Karma Cut. Very interesting.
right. You'd have to play a lot more Ambush because once you start discarding your Ritual Beast, you got to get them back somehow,
Hmm.
and they don't naturally do that. So we'll just watch the deck and see how it does. I'm kind of surprised it did well enough to get this many points. Normally, this would probably be like 10th place, but with Desperado soaking up all the points. Ritual Beasts are like, we're in there, baby.
Yeah, this still is a very good conversion rate on the week for them. 19% is very nice. I just feel like the deck is lacking a little bit where like it was doing very well in the beginning of this format because not many decks were not many of the previously rogue decks had a good way of dealing with ritual beasts. But now some of the decks that are right to the top, like Invoked Neos and Desperado, they're already like good decks against ritual beasts, so they're not having too much trouble dealing with them.
I heard in the secret Ritual Beast Discord, they're celebrating just like the Ewoks did at the end of the Return of the Jedi. You know, after they blew up the Death Star.
Yeah, they're like, woo!
Yeah, we're in 5th place, baby.
Oh man, funny guys.
We take those, they say. All right, overall representation this week, obviously dominated by Desperado, but Noble Knights, look at that, 101. They're having a hard time scoring points right now. They scored 9
Yeah,
points, so
yikes.
they were just outside the top 5. Best they did was 2 top 4s, so they're having
Yeah,
some
Noble Knights has
problems.
probably been like probably one of the biggest victims of kind of the realization of the new Karma Cut meta because they are Karma Cut is probably one of their biggest counter, and it's so unfortunate they can't do anything about it.
Once you
And
banish
people,
their stuff, there's nothing they can do.
yeah, straight up, that's
They
it.
have no way to recover it. Yeah, and then they lose so many
101,
resources.
101 decks on the week. That is crazy.
A lot of people trying it out. Yeah, but look at Blue Eyes high representation,
Hmm
64 overall though they did all right. So I
Yeah,
guess you can't hate on them. What else is on there that kind of surprised me? Fire Kings, you'll see them in the Rogue Deck Roundup. I was
yes,
surprised.
later in the week after the box came out, Fire Kings, people were playing them.
Goki's still hanging on. I was kind of wondering when that is going to officially die off, kind of like with Dragoonity,
Hmm
the final nails in the coffin. But Infernity, make sure to check out the Rogue Deck Roundup because they actually had a
Yeah,
pretty good week.
they're popping off.
Yeah. Weather Painter's also doing all right. They're just a deck that I think they're like the Ritual Beast deck. They have their secret Discord that people are part of, and they have enthusiasts around it, you know. And then people claiming Trimids, that's the replacement for all you DM players out there. And you notice there's no DM on the list at all. They're saying
Another
if
just
you got
doing very
DM,
good.
you have Trimids, you should be playing that now.
Yeah.
Perf says best deck in the format. I don't know about that.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, definitely.
Think so? It's
Yeah.
all right. It's all right. All right. Conversion rates this week. Ritual Beast, there they go again. You can hear them. Yup, yup. You know, and their secret Ritual Beast.
19%. Very
Yeah,
nice.
pretty
Very
good,
nice.
man.
I want to see how that stacks up. I want to see how many people migrate to Invoke Neos.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy next week. Guarantee
Yeah.
it. Top 8 finishes. Desperado with 15. It's actually 18, but of course the giraffe in dual world legacy
Oh
invitational or
no.
whatever didn't report their top 32 in their overall, so it was hard to count those in as official results. But Noble Knight's not doing too bad, just no big points. That's their problem. They can't get past the top 4 really,
Hmm
so they're gonna have problems. I don't know. I think people might start picking them less. You know, you got to get that tournament win
Yeah, 6 points counts for a lot.
or 6 finishes. So
Mm.
yeah. And then Shiranui, we know Jetski's still playing it. He took what, second place Battle Phase Friday? Was that him? I believe so.
Yeah,
So
Sheer Nui, unfortunately, as a control deck, people are just seeing that the other decks are kind of just more proactive and they're doing better at the moment.
right. All right. And the most victories this week. Are you surprised in any way? Desperado with 4. Everybody else just gets 1. But
Onomatopoeia winning
yeah, man.
Battlefield Rising Sun, man, that was so hype. Rich pulling it off, that was sick.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I like
Cyber
that.
Dragons, I was kind of surprised. See what they win. Meta Freakly Sunday.
Mm,
You
very
know,
nice.
Cyber Dragons, they're the ones that everybody's like, they're gonna be the best deck in the format, and then they just
Strike.
nope, couldn't do it. So let's take a look at the overall list once more. There's the bottom 12 there. We'll look at the top 12 here. Just give me a second. Ooh, I don't want to do it that way. Do that, do that, do that. And then that. And there you go. Not too bad of a week for Desperado. We'll see how it ends up next
Definitely
week.
not. Yeah, this next week is definitely gonna be the week to look at for I would say concrete status for the card pool that we have right now. Of course, towards the end of the month, we're looking at another box, a main box. But for now, this is what we've got, and we're looking at
Oh,
Invoked Neos Desperado.
are we gonna get a box before the new year?
Or on the new year, that's what I think. Or that's
You
what,
think they'll push it into the new year for the 4-year anniversary thing?
well, no, the 4-year anniversary is going to be different. That's going to be 2 weeks
Selection
after.
box or something, maybe?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
January is going to be crazy.
Save your Christmas money.
Yeah, for real.
That's
Don't
all
buy
you can
anyone
do.
gifts because you got to buy yourself gifts, which
Right.
is the box. Exactly.
Because what does everybody say? An ultimate conductor tyranno
Oh,
or
God.
whatever.
People are sold on it, man. What the heck?
I don't know what happened. Maybe it's a leak from inside Konami.
Insider leak.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But all right, we're gonna get out of here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, get in our Discord because that's where we host our tournaments. We also have a great new player help channel. Go check that out. Check out our new player stream on Saturday nights. Check out Kamel in the wee hours in the morning doing Battle Phase Rising Sun.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna get out of here. I'm Circus. That's Kamel.
Peace out.
All right, see you guys.